you grew up in a church, and the church was homeschool church.
Man, homeschool, church, school. That was every single day. My mother was she was the nurse. She was in multiple choirs. She was in charge of the kids. She was on the food pantry. And so all of that stuff had different days. So Monday it was one choir rehearsal. Then Tuesday was Bible class. Then Wednesday was pantry. It was Thursday was Bible class and a different choir rehearsal. Then Friday was like the kids' choir rehearsal. Then Saturday was a meeting. And then Sunday we had two services. So we was there all day. That was my life. So I thought that the world was just like how church was. People nice, wasn't all, that type of stuff. But, you get older, you experience stuff, it ain't nothing like, and I struggled. Okay, because see, church, they'll tell you, oh, you don't shack up, but you're supposed to meet somebody. Y'all fall in love without having sex, and then you get married and y'all live happily ever after.
Oh, that's what the church said.
That's basically, that's a church recipe.
Oh.
But yeah, you know that is a recipe
Far
for
from.
disaster.
Right,
far from it. So needless to say, I had to bump my head a few times. By the time I graduated out of high school, the only thing I was ready to do was go to heaven. I ain't know nothing else about nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So by the time you was 18, roughly 18 years old, is when you started having real life experiences.
Pretty much. I mean, well, I had lost my virginity when I was 14, but that was an experience all within itself because I didn't know nothing about it.
Wait, how did you lose your virginity?
If we gonna chit chat,
yeah,
set up.
Let's chit chat.
I can chit chat.
I am Hayzel Green, an inquisitive, unapologetic, voluptuous introvert who blooms and blossoms behind closed doors. This is my podcast, a platform where I will discuss my writings and where I will bring to light conversations with my good girlfriends, sisters, brothers, and homeboys about love, life, music, and most importantly, sex. So leave your judgment at the door and welcome to Hanging Out with Hayzel.
It's Hayzel, baby.
Man, listen. Okay, it was this chick. I was curious about it, but like I said, in my mama house at the church house, we couldn't even play card. The only card game we played was Uno. So it wasn't nothing, nothing, no spades, no. I didn't learn how to play punk in high school because they was, playing it for money. But none of the other stuff I knew nothing. To me, the best thing I could do was, squeeze some titties, and I'm thinking, hey, that was it, But it was this little fast-tailed girl. That's what my mama would call her. This little fast-tailed girl. She, unfortunately, she was at the time was getting molested. So she had the experience. Right. We was both 14. Had this little part-time job where she was like doing this little maid thing where she was cleaning up apartments and stuff.
At 14.
At 14. I thought she was lying.
Child labor laws.
Right. Back then, this was back in 89. She had the keys. It was somebody's apartment. She went in there.
Wait.
I'm
in
telling
89, you was 14?
Yeah, I was 14 in 89.
Oh, wow.
I'm 47 now.
Oh, okay.
Class of 93.
I was feeling a little old there for a minute, but go ahead.
Chill out. You all right. You good. So, so she in there, cleaning up this apartment. I'm watching the football game. I never forget the Browns was playing the Buffalo Bills right downtown. It was snowing. January 31st, 1989. I'll never forget it.
Wow. Okay.
I'm in there watching the game. She in there cleaning up.
Oh, wait. So how did you even go with her?
I caught the bus.
Oh my
See, 'cause
God. You caught the
yeah, because
bus.
see, back then, it was a lot safer. My mom trusted me. I'm in high school. I caught the bus everywhere. The bus was my transportation. I didn't even need the bus route because I knew all I had to find out was what time the first bus left, and I knew all the rest of them. I was on the bus I had a monthly bus pass. It wasn't
At
nothing
14?
at 14.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I went to school. I was living on St. Clair. Was going to school all the way in Bedford.
Dang.
So, right, and it was just a long commute, so I had to have a bus pass, but I was using it to my advantage. I'm
Absolutely.
going to the mall, whatever,
Randall
it
Park.
was safe. It was safer back then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. You didn't have to wear all the worries you got today. So, but anyway, so I caught the bus over. I met her downtown, and then we jumped on the bus to over on the west side to wherever this person's house was. So she cleaning up, doing everything. I'm on the couch, so she was leaning over me to like give me little kisses and stuff. And then I looked down her shirt, seeing titties and stuff there. So I'm like, oh. So I went under her shirt, squirreled some titties. Everything was cool. I'm thinking, hey, this day is awesome. Watching the game, squirrel some real titties. These are the real ones. This wasn't like in the magazines or nothing like that. These are the real ones. You know what I'm saying? So
right. In the flesh.
my day was, I'm done. I'm good. Man. She say, hey, come here for a minute. So I'm like, man, can you wait till a commercial? I'm watching the game. I don't know what you in there doing. Come here. This needs to come here. So I go in there. She in the bed up under the covers.
At a stranger's house.
At a stranger's house.
Wow.
Well, I guess it was a stranger. I don't know who to do it. I didn't know the dude or the person. It could have been a man. I'm a lady. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, she in the bed. So I'm like, well, what is you doing in the bed? She's like, I want you to come get in the bed with me. So I'm like, okay. Completely clueless. Had no idea.
Clueless?
So,
oh my God.
Clueless.
Mm.
So I go on the side. I'm about to get in the bed. And she was like, take your clothes off first. And I'm like, why should I take my clothes off? You ain't got yours off. And I lifted the covers up. And she was butt ass naked. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, she's naked. So then, that's when they hit me like, I think I'm about to do it for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Right. So of course I did the little virgin move. I got under the covers first and then took my clothes off and everything.
Wait. No. No.
Well, yeah. That's the virgin move. Y'all girls ain't the only one to do that. Yeah, I got under the covers, took my clothes off because I was just embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I had no clue. And then I was laying there, and then I was like, so now what we do? Just like that.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be there because I think at 14 years old I knew. But go ahead.
Listen. That's why I said. That's why I told you I'm growing up in this church household. We weren't talking about sex. Everything was family, God, and everything, good tidings. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no sex and drinking and smoking and all that. No, that wasn't going on in my mama's house.
No secular music.
We was one step under the Cosby Show at my mama's house.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I grew up.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I said, what we do next? So she got on top of me, right?
Mm.
And now, okay. Here's where the story get crazy, because I don't remember the sex at all. I don't know if it was good or bad, because there was a conversation going on in my head that completely blocked out everything else that was happening.
Wow.
Because to my understanding, see, this where my Virgo sense kick in, because I'm too analytical, and one of my favorite sayings is say what you mean and mean what you say. So I take things literally sometimes, and I don't really mean to, but that's just how my mind works. Okay, so when we were kids, the way we described sex was, you got to put the hot dog into the bun. Okay.
Okay.
That's what we said. And now I done had plenty of hot dogs and plenty of cookout when I was a kid. I know how to place the hot dog into the bun.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
So
Now you
when
trying to
she got
figure
on,
out your hot dog and where's her bun.
well, because the vagina look like a bun. That's what in my mind.
Oh.
The vagina look like a bun. So you supposed to just open it up and just put the hot dog in the bun, and that's how it goes.
You just
You know
sit
what I'm
it
saying?
there.
Right. That's how you go. I mean that was what I was thinking. You know.
Oh my. Okay.
So she got on top and she put it in.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Oh
That's
my
when
God.
my mind just shut off. I don't know what she was doing, but this how the conversation was going in my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. Where did she just put my? Is that in her booty? I'm like, why is her booty so wet? What did she got is it dookie on my? Oh my God! I can't believe I let this girl put my dick in her butt. That's why my mama told me quit messing with these fast ass girls out here. I'm going through this whole thing in my head while she grinding me, while she working it on top. I don't know if she was good. I don't know if it was bad, because the conversation in my head took over everything else that was in the room, because I am distraught that this girl done put my dick in her booty.
Okay, wait. Wait. But
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a minute. Go ahead.
Where were you from the time that you laid down, took off your clothes, you got hard? Like, what was that process? Was that something that you've done before?
No, I ain't never done that. I don't even remember my dick getting hard.
Oh,
I don't remember. I remember getting in the bed, taking my clothes off.
She was on top with your conversation in your head.
She got on top, and she was working, and she put it in her booty.
But she actually
didn't.
So
I thought. Right,
oh,
she
shit.
did. That's what I thought. So I'm just whole distraught about this. Nobody told me sex when you had to put it in the booty. I thought you had to put the hot dog in the bun. And I know the difference between a booty and a bun. So somebody was lying to me. This is all I'm going through in my head. And then I got ready to come.
Oh.
But in my mind, I'm like, oh, see, now I got to pee.
Oh.
Right. So now the conversation went from, well, how long is this supposed to last? Because I got to pee. And if she don't hurry up, then I'm scared I'm going to pee. And I don't want to pee on her, because then she going to think I'm nasty.
And she going to talk about you.
Right.
And everybody going to know.
Right. She going to tell everybody. I can't pee on this girl. So I'm trying to hold it. And she just steady going. And I do remember that it was just, she was wet. She was really wet. But to me, that was just nasty, because your booty was wet. That's what I was thinking. So I just got to pee. You got your wet, nasty booty on me. And, and just hurry up and finish. You know what I'm saying? So then, my thug side kicked in. It was like, hey, fuck
crying. Oh my God.
Fuck it. Go on and pee in this bitch. Go ahead. Just let loose in her. So what? She got your dick in her booty? Go ahead and pee in her. Go ahead and pee. It's fair game,
Oh my God.
So I let loose. But, I was skeeting in her. So now my mind like, oh shit, she done broke my dick. I can't even pee straight. This is not how I never peed like this. Oh, she done broke my dick. My mama gonna kill me. I tell her I can't pee no more, because this girl was put my dick in her booty and she broke my dick. I'm gonna get us in trouble.
Wait a minute. Oh my God.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute. Go ahead, get yourself together.
Oh my God. Okay,
I'm gonna give you a minute.
But
you all right? You good?
No, I'm never gonna recover.
I'm just.
But wait a minute.
My thought.
I'm just trying to get it to. My God.
You good?
Okay, so
take your time.
But isn't there a different feeling from coming and peeing?
Yes, absolutely. I know that now.
Oh.
I didn't know that then. Yes, it's absolutely a completely different feeling.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know that at the time. I thought I had to pee, so I'm expecting just steady stream of pee. And it got to squirting, and she done broke my shit. Oh, I am in trouble. My mama gonna kill me.
What kind of conversation is this gonna be when I get home?
Man, I'm trying to figure out how to break the news to her.
Oh, that was a
I'm like,
long
maybe
ass
I could
bus
go
ride.
see some. Man. So I bust, and then after I bust, she stopped. So I'm thinking, I was like, oh, she know I pissed her. She gonna say something. She about to get up and say something to her, and I was ready to apologize, but she got up and she was like, "Oh, that was the best sex I ever had," and I was like, "It was?
Oh shoot!
You
Kudos. Sure? Kudos.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. So I got up. This is how much I didn't know. I grabbed tissue to wipe my dick off because it was all still had the cum and stuff on it, and the tissue was sticking to my dick. And so now I got snow bunnies all just it's sticking all to me and everything. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God. And so then I had to pee again. I'm like, oh my God, let me see if I can pee right. And so when I peed, it came out straight. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. I ain't gonna have to tell my mama that. That's all I was thinking. I didn't want to have to tell my mama that my dick was
traumatizing.
Yeah, it was very. That's why I didn't have sex again until I was 17.
Oh, three whole years later.
3 whole years. But between them 3 years, I read as many books as probably wasn't no internet. So I had to. My dad was a big book. He liked science fiction books. So we always at Walden bookstores and stuff. So he'd be in there for hours. So I had time. I ain't buy no books, but I just went to the body section, the anatomy section, and was just reading books, kid books about the bodies and stuff. So that's all I did for 3 years. Anytime I could find a book about sex or bodies or anything that had anything to do with the female body and sex, I would read it.
So you could have been a sexologist.
I mean,
if you did 3 years worth of studying.
I mean,
Wow.
Bro, I mean, I know how to make it do what it do. That's all I'm saying,
Say fast forward to the future.
Yeah, I know how to make it do what it do now. But,
okay,
yeah,
so the second time, I'm sure you compared somewhere in your mind the first time to the second time.
Yeah, but it was nothing like what I read. I was trying to put what I read
into practice,
into action, and it wasn't correlating. I was like, now the book said that if you do this, and then you'll get this effect, and but that's when I had to learn that the book spoke in general terms. Women are very different. Every woman is different. So the book can just give you guidelines. It's up to you to shape those guidelines depending on the woman. Like, okay, I'll put it like this. I think that women are like combination lock. Like they all open the same way, but they all require a different combination.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never heard it put like that before.
Yeah, they all open the same way. Women all open the same, but it's just a different combination of things that will get them to open up. And the problem a lot of dudes have is they done found a combination when they were 17, 18. They still using it when they 38 and 40. And that combination don't work no more, brother. You got to get you a different combination. It's a different woman. It's a different age. You got to figure out her combination. So, yeah, that's just my little thing.
That is funny. So, yeah. So the second time. How was that experience?
It was still rough. I mean, it was bad. I can't even say it was bad.
It was bad.
I was gonna try to say it was better because I mean, I'm judging by my standards. It was still bad. I mean, just think about it. The first time you rode a bike, it was probably shaky. The second time you rode it was still shaky. It wasn't perfect. You still fell. You know what I'm saying? The third time you rode it, you probably just fell less. It's just, It
You
took you
fail left.
yeah, you still fail. So I mean, that's how it was. And the second time I had sex, it ended up being with the woman that I had married, my first wife, my first ex-wife, should I say?
Oh my God. So
That's the
you
one.
just
That's the one I
like
got married when I was 18.
really
Yeah.
had no true experience.
No, I had no experience
And then you got married. So, I mean,
because
what made you get married?
the church said you
Amen.
can't shack up with nobody. You got to get married and then have kids.
Well, you already fornicated. So now what? I'm
But
sorry.
this is why the second chick I ever had sex with, I married, because I was trying to do it,
Do the right
the
thing.
Bible way, the right way, and so that's why because I wanted to have sex, but you can't do that until you get married. So we got married.
So you didn't have sex
No,
until
we
after
did.
you
I
got
ain't gonna
married?
lie.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we had sex before we got married, but it was okay. She wasn't complaining. Obviously, she married me, but
I don't know. You might have had
by
other
my
good qualities.
standards, yeah, I probably did. I was in the
No, I'm
military. I
just
had just
playing.
went to the military. I was in boot camp.
Oh, so you
So she,
was built. You was cock diesel.
well, I mean, I was alright. I ain't had no stomach like I got now. I had a little flat stomach back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I used to work out a lot, so of course, shoulders, everything was, I was in the Navy, it wasn't like we was in the Marines, so it wasn't like we was working out all the time, but yeah, we did our PT,
okay.
had fun. When I was in the Navy, oh my God, that was my first time cause I was stationed out in Oakland, California. That was my first time I moved away from home. I went to Oakland, California, and that's when I had my first threesome. They wild in
Wait,
Oakland.
what? Hold up. So
Yeah,
you had a girlfriend back in Cleveland and you went to
yeah, that's my
Oakland,
wife.
California. So you were married when you had the threesome?
Yeah,
Oh, shame on
yeah,
you.
yeah. I was a wild boy.
Oh my
But I
goodness.
didn't know this. It snuck up on me. I fell into this three. It was totally by accident. I had no idea.
So I guess this is my question. So you went from losing your virginity at 14 years old
Uh huh.
to having sex with your at that time future wife,
Uh
but
huh.
you felt that it was okay, but you could have been better, and that the books was kind of deceiving,
Mhm.
to having a threesome. So what gave
Mhm.
you the no, it's not the gumption. What gave you that adrenaline to say, okay, I can do this now, and not only with one person, but with two?
But the threesome, I didn't know about the threesome. I fell into that. That was an accident.
But
I,
the
I
fact that you was about
accidentally
to
had
have
a threesome.
yeah, but the fact
Yeah.
that you was about to have sex with somebody else, what gave you the confidence?
See, this is what you got to understand.
Mm,
Oakland
understand.
is a wild town. Oakland is a wild town. And that was back in 94. 94. Let me tell you, my first weekend in Oakland, and this is what happened. Friday night, I got there on a Friday. Friday, there was a riot downtown. I don't remember what the riot was about, but I had drove me and my wife. We drove from Cleveland to Oakland, California. It took like 5 days, and when I finally got there, it was a riot downtown. I didn't know where to go. It wasn't no GPS then. Had the little map quest sheet, just trying to find the streets, and it was really hectic. And then I run into this mob. I don't know where the mob coming from. I don't know what's going on, but they looting and stuff, busting windows out. I'm like, is this a movie? I'm just looking around like, why is this can't be happening for real. That was Friday. Saturday was the day OJ was on the run, and that was all on the TV and everything. And that took precedence over everything out there. And then Sunday was the gay pride parade. I'd never seen a gay pride. We didn't have no gay pride parade in Cleveland back in the 90s and 80s. That you kept that under covers. No, San Francisco had a gay pride parade, and there was a group out there called Dykes on Bikes. It was chicks topless on motorcycles, and
Wow.
the police didn't arrest nobody. I was like, what? They just ride motorcycles with their titties out down through San Francisco, and people was cheering them on. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is legal. Yes, that's how that town was back then. It was wild. They was shooting dice. I just drove through they street. One of their main streets is East 14th Street. It go from downtown Oakland and come across the bridge from San Francisco and go straight out to like their little Heights area. But it's kind of like they Euclid or St. Clair or something. It's just a real long ass street. Okay. So I just drove that street and when you is in the hood part, people was playing dice on the corner. I mean, like big groups. They were selling dope at the lights. It was just like anything goes. That's the first time I ever seen like a group of prostitutes, like a whole block. They had like a whole block full of just women walking in scantily clad clothes and stuff. And then some of them wasn't even women.
So wait a minute. Is that what your threesome was with? Some
no,
prostitutes?
Hell no. But I'm just telling you what the city was like.
Oh, the scene
when I got there. So this chick approached me. I'm in the military. You know, military men is sought after out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know I was a hot commodity just because I had on this uniform. Oh. So yeah, she pulled me, and I'm thinking like, oh, this I like this place. They just come up to you like that, and I had no idea. So,
oh my goodness.
And we talk, we go back and forth, we talk and everything, and she invited me to the house. So I'm like, cool. And, we go back to the house, and, one thing led to another.
Oh, she was spitting mad game at you.
Man, I thought I was, this town, it's too easy out here. I'm like, man, it's Oakland. It's too easy out here. I barely had to do anything. So, so we getting it on, right? And her roommate comes home with groceries. Now, she had a studio apartment because it's expensive as hell out there in California. Like a one-bedroom apartment, a studio apartment was like $600-700 a month. And if you opened up your blinds, your window was facing a brick wall. That's all you. That was $700 a month for a studio apartment.
Back then, that was a lot.
Back then, right? That was a lot of money. I found a 2-bedroom for like $800, and I was mad about that. But anyway, so the chick comes home with the groceries, and she didn't pay it. It's a studio apartment, so we was kind of like right there in the room. As soon as you walk in, it's like a wall right there. You turn the corner, and it's just opened up to the one big room right there. So we was just right there, just on the bed, just doing it. And she just come in, yeah, girl, I got this and I got that. And then she set the bags down. I was like, oh, my God, I didn't know you had company. I'm so sorry. And then she walked back out. And the girl was telling me, when I heard her come in talking, the girl I was doing it to, she was like, no, you good. Keep going. So I was just like, okay. So then she came and said, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had somebody in there. And so it was cool. So I'm still doing what I'm doing. Next thing I know, the chick come rubbing across my back like y'all could have waited for me. And I turn and look. She butt ass naked.
Oh,
I'm like, whoa. So, and so I'm just doing it to her, and she started kissing on the girl, and I'm like, whoa. I had no idea what was going on here.
Wow.
I went on ahead and bust, and after I bust, I sat back, and then they started going at it.
Oh, and
so I watched them. I didn't interact. I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch. The most I did to the other girl was rubbing on her butt and her titties when she came over there next to me while I was still doing it to the girl. But that was it. In my mind, I thought, we take turns. I guess it's her turn now. So I sat there and I was watching, and it was taking so long, I put on my clothes and left.
Oh, wow.
I sure did.
So
I put on my clothes and left.
It's just so interesting.
I was like, man, this Oakland is a wild place. I gotta be careful out here. Yeah. Oakland was a wild place.
So wait, and you were married or you were about to get married?
I was married. No, I was married then.
Ooh.
I was married.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
shame
was.
on
I was a
you.
wild. Yeah, I was a wild boy. I ain't gonna lie. But
But it,
I stopped that after that happened. I was like, no, I need to be cool out here. I don't know what I'm gonna run into out here.
but I'm trying to figure out where the confidence level kicked in, and you was like, shit. I'm about to go on and bust her down right quick. Where did that
Well, because
confidence
she
level?
stepped to me. She stepped to her confidence boosted my confidence.
Oh,
She
okay.
she was just coming to me just strong, like, hey, well, what's up with you then? We can chill, we can do this. And I was like, okay, what's up there? And she was like, yeah,
Wow.
no, why don't you come pick me up and then you can come to my house, you can come to my house, we can okay.
Look
So
at you. Look.
I was just rolling with it. I,
Okay.
I really grew up in Oakland. I was 18, and then at the time, all I had to say was I was from Cleveland because at the time, Bone Thugs and Harmony was jumping. They was just boom, 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 boom. So yeah, and because of course everybody talked different. Everybody got accents. So when they heard me talking, you're not from here. Where you from? Oh, I'm from Cleveland. Oh, you know Bone and them?
What you say?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Did you
I'm
say
just
no,
they
or
we
did you say
yeah. I
yeah?
was like no. We stayed on the same street. That's a long street, so but we was on the same street. Yeah. Oh, for real? That was a big flex off back then.
Oh, so you didn't really live on 99th though, right?
No, I stayed on St. Clair,
Oh, okay.
but it was E 65th and St. Clair.
Oh well, shit. That's a long ass way.
They don't know. They don't know.
Ooh,
Yeah, I stayed on the same street. It was just down a little further. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm in.
99th from 65th. So you
They
in like
don't
Sin.
know. That's in. I'm in.
I'm from
And
the
I'm from
Claire,
Cleveland and I talk different.
and I'm from the Claire.
I'm from the Clear. Oh yeah, he hella sexy. That's how they talk out there. Everything is hella this, hella that. Oh, he hella sexy. He hella cute. Yeah. Okay, I'll be hella that.
That's funny. So, did you have any other experiences while you were
Out in
learning in
out in Oakland?
Oakland? Yeah.
No, I was because I got too scared after that. I thought that's how they got down out there. I'm like, man, I
Oh,
don't know
you was
what's going
scared
on.
straight.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't really branched out into my wildness till after I got out of the military because they kicked me out. They kicked me out of the military because they said I was too fat.
Oh
They had a
wow.
little, yeah, you got this little height weight chart. You got to you stay within, and for my height, I was supposed to be like 150 pounds, and I was 185. So that's 30 pounds overweight. So they consider that being too fat, and I got an honorable discharge. So they sent me back home. So I went back home at the age of 21. And, when I got back home, all my boys, they've been kicking it since high school. They got apartments, whips. They out here. They done hit all the strip clubs up. They kicking it. Here I am, married with 2 kids. Like, oh, yeah, that's how y'all doing it. And I got caught up kicking it with them, and it just went all downhill after that.
What high school did you go to?
Collinwood.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't a punchline. You ain't have to laugh at that though. That wasn't no joke.
It was no joke.
No, that
Okay.
wasn't no joke. You ain't got to laugh at that.
How did you
That's
go to
right. The
Collinwood
wood.
from 65th? Oh, busting.
Do you work for CPS or something? Before I tell the rest of this story, I'm just asking.
No, I don't work for
Oh,
CPS.
okay. Well, no, I was using somebody else's address. I was using my aunt's address.
That's funny. Do you work for CPS before I
No, I'm
finish
just
telling the
checking.
story?
I'm just checking.
But look how
Just
long ago that
checking.
was. I think it's a statute of limitations right about now.
Oh, well, hey, I don't know. Nowadays, you can pull up something on the internet to find it. They'll try to get you for it.
So,
They'll
so,
just, back in 50 years ago, he said this and that. Oh, my God.
so no, but seriously, so you got back, you were scared straight, and
Mm-hmm.
so your wife at the time never knew that you stepped out.
No,
Oh wow.
no. Because I used to work, the military kept you busy. Military always kept you busy. And I was working, even when I wasn't working in the military, I had picked up a part-time job as a security guard, and I wasn't doing nothing but just watching buildings, and I was falling asleep half the time doing that. The buildings was empty. But I was just need the extra little paycheck because we out there in California. We don't know nobody, so we can't, put the kids in the daycare or nothing like that out there. So we don't know nobody like that. So she had to stay home with the kids, and so I had to make sure we had everything. Everything was so damn expensive out there. So I was just working around the clock. I was working like 20 hours a week. 20 hours a day, and it was just. And when I did get a little time, a little extra time, it was just, I found a little time to play just once or twice.
But
I was go mess around with this other chick, but you sure you don't work for nobody, right? Before I tell this story.
I'm sure I don't work for the F, the B, or the I.
Okay.
At the same time, was your wife able to tell the difference in your sex game?
I think it was so bad at the time. No, I don't think she could.
Did you say it was so bad at the time?
Yeah. It was. That was my rookie season when I married her. That's why I look at it. That was my rookie season. So I missed a lot of shots. I made a lot of fouls. I messed up a lot. I'm just saying. Now I'm a Hall of Famer. Now,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a Hall of Famer now. But that was my rookie season. I wasn't. I made a lot of mistakes. So, but no, and we did a lot of practice. I did a lot of practicing on her because I wanted to learn how to eat coochie, but at that time I just couldn't get past it. I'm like, I can't eat nothing that's gonna bleed and keep living. That ain't right. I can't eat nothing that's gonna get up and walk away. It just
well, technically it doesn't walk away.
Well, it doesn't, but in my mind, the whole little blood thing is the real thing that really got me. And I wanted to do it for my wife, but I just kept thinking I'm thinking like at any time some blood gonna come out, and I'm be a vampire or something.
So wait.
I didn't want to do it.
So wait. So you never. Okay, here's my word, cunnilingus. So you never performed cunnilingus on your wife?
I did. We practiced it a few times, and I was trying to, that's why we cool to this day. Me and my first ex-wife, we is really cool to this day. And we like the best of friends. I know. We the best of friends right now. But remember I told you I used to read books and stuff, right?
Right.
So I did have this one book that was like, I think the title was like 1,001 Ways to Please Your Woman. And I called it my Bible. So I used to keep it by the bed. So I was trying to, get a little cunnilingus going. And I would have the book open right by the bed on the side, trying to read the instructions and then try to go back and try to do it. Try to, see if I can, follow the instructions.
You fired. You are fired. You are
I told you I made a lot of mistakes.
Who rolls over to look at a book, read a passage, and then rolls back over?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh my God, I'm done.
I'll be doing something and then I'll be like, you like that? She's like, no, can you do it just? Okay, hold on, wait, let me go check something.
I'm done. It's over. It's over.
I'll come back.
It's over. Flag on the play.
Like, okay.
Flag on the play. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. What? I'd have kicked your ass out of bed. It's done.
Yeah.
Well, we have come to the end of this week's episode. I want to first thank you for listening to the insanity that crosses our minds. To those who partake and entertain in my conversations, without you, there will be no hanging out with Hayzel. To Platinum Way Ray and Mac of the Tracks, we're looking out for my dope beat. And last but not least, shout out to my other half for making this possible. Because at the end of the day, she is I and I am her. If you thought this show was interesting, be sure to tune in to next week's episode and tell a friend. Support the movement. All things Hayzel Green. Find my books on Amazon.com. Follow, listen, and like at hazelgreen.com. Hayzel Green on Facebook and Hayzel Green 216 on IG. 2 fingers.
Hayzel, baby.
And I'm out. Hey, 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 hey.